Good afternoon and very welcome you all in today's very special webinar of Project Inclusion. We are very happy to conduct this webinar today in KVS Bangalore region with the kind support of Assistant Commissioner Hema Ma'am, KVS Bangalore region, and also the support of all the principals of KVS Bangalore region. We are going to discuss today in this webinar over the student who are facing different learning difficulties, issues in their classroom. The student they are anyhow facing the problems in learning in uh, achieving their learning outcomes. So we are trying to discuss today the signs, the symptoms, the issues, the concerns regarding specific learning disabilities. So today we have as an expert, Rajvi Vinayji will discuss in detail about Project Inclusion Program, which is focused on the student who are facing learning difficulties issue. And we also would like to uh, tell you all that today, Dr. Simi Mahajan, ma'am, head of Project Inclusion Program, Sri Aurobindo Society, New Delhi, is joining with us. So moving forward, before discussion in detail, we would like to request Dr. Simi Mahajan, ma'am, to share their kind thought regarding inclusive education, regarding Project Inclusion. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vijay. I, Dr. Simi Mahajan, on the behalf of Sri Aurobindo Society, wants to welcome all the principals, teachers, special educators, officers who are present here. My special thanks and gratitude to Ms. Hema Madam, the Assistant Commissioner, Bangalore region, for creating such a wonderful session, for giving us an opportunity and a platform to create a session for teachers. So today I just want to tell that this program Project Inclusion is basically addressing the core issues of children with diverse learning needs. So as a teacher, as an educator, many of you must face problem with few students in your classroom, that in spite of all your efforts you are not able to achieve the desired learning outcome in those children, whether in terms of academics, whether in terms of any behavior issues. So most of the time, as an educator, as a teacher, we have a common box which we call as a slow learner. We put all the children in that common box as a slow learner. So this program Project Inclusion will enable teachers to understand that every child has a different learning pattern. So there are certain children, they have a divergent learning. They don't have a common learning pattern. They have a diverse learning need, and these diverse learning needs are also different student to students. So it is important to understand those all diverse learning needs, because every child has a different way of learning, and every child has a different potential also. And this is also important that children with diverse learning needs don't have to live the compromised life. They can have the as successful, as competent life as any other child. So this is all depends, as an educator, as a community, as a parent, how much we are aware of the diverse learning need of a child. So this is the three phase program where not only we are sensitizing and training teachers to understand these diverse learning needs, we are giving them the tool to identify and tool to have a more deeper understanding of a child in that particular domain which is affected. And thirdly, we are giving them the intervention plan, how a small strategies, adaptations and modifications, if teachers apply in the classroom along with the other children, these children can very well grasp, they can improve on their learning. This is a very very new way of the new program in the country, but this is one of the very very biggest, it is going to be the biggest program in terms of inclusive education. The only support we want from all the teachers and principal is that their participation into the program wholeheartedly. So today is the orientation about the program, how as a teacher, as a special educator, or as any other professional, you can adopt a program. And this is not a one day orientation, and it is not a one day program. It is at least 6 to 8 months. Our team of Project Inclusion Sri Aurobindo Society will be with you to support you, to support the child in the classroom. The first step for this is that you have to enroll yourself into the program. So again, with my ending words, I really want to express all my gratitude to the Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, because for showing the interest and trust in the potential of the program. And thank you all who have joined us today for this orientation session. And I'm sure if in at the end of the session you have any doubts, I and my colleague Rajvi is a psychologist, and she will be there. We both will be there to handle your doubts also. Dhanyavad and thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Simi Mahajan, ma'am, to share your kind thoughts. Now, as we have Miss Hema, ma'am, Assistant Commissioner, KVS Bangalore region. So, we would like to invite her, and uh, ma'am, we would request you to share your kind thought regarding inclusive education, regarding inclusive inclusion importance in education. Over to you, ma'am. Miss Hema, ma'am, do you hear me?
Um, Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Sir, I'll join in 2 minutes, okay? Because right now I was in a class. I will just come out just 2 minutes.
Okay, no issue, ma'am.
So
Thank you.
can we request all the teachers that just let us wait for 2 minutes, and let us hear from Madam also, and then we can start the session.
So good afternoon to everyone here.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, respected coordinators from Sri Aurobindo Mission and principals of Bangalore region. I see that some of the teachers also have joined this meeting. Uh, So we are very happy to associate with Sri Aurobindo Mission uh, for this project inclusion. And today we witnessed the orientation session for principals and teachers regarding project inclusion. As far as inclusion is concerned, it's a very important topic that we undertake in every principals meeting. The only reason is children learn differently, and we have to consider each and every child and their learning styles, so that the learning outcomes or the competencies are attained by all students equally. All the students should attain mastery in the content. The competencies that we have outlined for them must be attained by all the students equally well. And for that, we must understand our learners, we must understand their learning styles. So, inclusion is simply including every student in our classrooms and all activities around the school. Um, so, therefore, under various uh, areas of schools activities, we have to consider this particular term called inclusion, whether it is infrastructure, whether it is our teaching learning practices, whether it is any activity, any policy which is governing the school. This is very important. Inclusion is very important. By the way, can all the principals keep their camera on? I cannot see anybody here. Please keep the camera on, all the principals. As part of ensuring inclusion in our admission process itself, there is a horizontal reservation for the physically challenged, physically or orthopedically challenged, or any kind of disability, for any child which falls under any kind of disability. Then, as far as instruction is concerned, we see that we always advise our teachers to see the variety, the diversity in our classrooms, and modify our teaching styles, catering to the needs of every child in the classroom. As far as infrastructure is concerned, we ensure that the physical infrastructure suits every kind of child. This is the policy of Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan that is being implemented in various units of Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan in Bangalore region. So, as far as inclusion is concerned, it's a very important topic, uh, and therefore it is being very seriously dealt with. And whenever we visit the schools, we see that the policies are implemented in its true spirit in every school as such. So that is how, and it's a vast topic, and the discussion on this will never end. It is a continuous process. I hope all the principals and teachers who are watching me have this general idea of what inclusion is. And in a modern society, this is a very important topic. This is something teachers needs to understand to a greater depth, and they should start implementing the old concepts of teaching learning must uh, get improved, modified. And another thing is, inclusion is a very important term which is being dealt by new education policy, and we are in the process of implementing the new education policy. So, in that angle also, this is very, very important. My request to all the principals and teachers who are watching me is to take the session very seriously, attend the session very seriously, note down these points, and let us. And this is not going to end with this webinar. So therefore, we need to note down every point, and then we will be continuously interacting with Sri Aurobindo Mission, and will be cooperating with them, coordinating with them, and we will be working together in future in this regard. So thank you, everyone, for listening to me. Right now, I am also an inspection, but at the same time, I'm listening to what is happening in this webinar. At the same time, thank you, Simi ma'am and Rahul sir. Um, I hope all will be benefited by this session. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Your words means a lot, and I just wanted to just apprise you that so this is the orientation for the program project inclusion, where teachers have to enroll themselves through the application, and from the head office we have been given that by the end of December, all the KVS teachers will train themselves into this training program, and they will be able to identify the children, because we have promised that the next 6 months we will be doing the one-to-one work with the children who are with the diverse learning need, and we will be supporting the teachers. So we really want to create a remarkable case study in the country through the KVS, because we all know that in terms of education, KVS has certain standards, and we are also very happy to be a part of it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Moving ahead now, we would like to invite Rajvi Vinayji to detail in discussion to our program Project Inclusion. Welcome, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Yes, a very warm welcome to all the teachers, special educators, principals, and our esteemed guests who have joined us today. Like ma'am and everybody very rightly pointed out, we would be having a discussion today on inclusive education and the different strategies and techniques that we could and how it benefits the students in the classroom. Before I begin, I would just like to inform you all that if you have any doubts, concerns, or questions during the entire orientation, you all can either raise your hand or put it in the chat box. We would be allotting some time after the session is ended, after the presentation is ended, for you to have a discussion on the same. First, I would like to present to you all with some numbers, some statistics from our very own country. UNESCO and Tata Institute of Social Sciences released a report which is titled State of the Education Report for India 2019 Children with Disabilities. This report saw that India is a home to 8 million children with disabilities, and 45 of them fail to attain education. So, as we can see, teachers, a very basic right, which is the right to education, is something that these children with disabilities are not able to achieve. They might enroll themselves in schools, they might attend schools at the beginning, but they eventually end up dropping out. The census conducted in 2011 also brought forward the following points. It said that the number of special schools in India is 2,500. The number of RCI registered special educators are 1,20,000. However, when we look at the number of children with disabilities in India, it's close to 80 lakh. So here we can see that there is a huge gap in the number of children with disabilities and the resources or the infrastructure available to them to achieve their learning. However, today we've not gathered only to discuss the problems. We've also gathered to discuss the different solutions that could be made available for the problem. And the very efficient solution is inclusive education. The same is recognized by the RPWD Act as well. The RPWD Act of 2016 defines inclusive education as a system of education wherein students with and without disabilities learn together, and the system of teaching and learning is suitably adapted to meet the learning needs of different types of students with disabilities. Here, we should pay special attention to the part where they're saying that we need to create an environment for the students. We need to adapt to the way that they can learn and give them support and an infrastructure where they can also nurture and grow. So the students with disabilities then would be able to learn with the other students and would be able to excel. The National Education Policy of 2020 also highlights the following points. It says that it is necessary for the teachers to be sensitized. It is necessary to create awareness among the teachers about inclusive education and the different disabilities. It is necessary to create an ecosystem in a way that these students can be assessed and appropriate certification can be provided to them. It's also necessary for these students to be made available flexible curriculum. The curriculum should be adapted according to their needs. They should also be given appropriate technology like assistive devices so that these students would be able to work at their own pace. So, as we can see, even the national education policy stresses the importance of inclusive education and says that it is a good way to move forward. Now, I would like to share with you some success stories from our very own country. Gone are the times where we used to believe that an opportunity for these students is only available abroad. Now, uh, individuals with disabilities also have opportunities in their very own country. The first story is Aditi Verma, who's 25 years old, a woman with Down syndrome, who's running a cafe in Mumbai for the past 4 years and now employs other individuals with disabilities. Pranav Bakshi is 19 years old and is the first Indian model who has autism. And then we have Ansh Patra, who's only 14 years old and is a painter and an artist. He also has autism, and his exhibitions are held nationally and internationally. So now, when we look at these success stories, it's not like these children did not face any difficulties. It's not like their disabilities were mild. What they had was the support from teachers like you, a supportive environment where they could nurture and grow, and their teachers could identify their unique talents and strengths and help them excel in their area. And that is something that we at Project Inclusion also aim to achieve. So, when I talk about Project Inclusion, it was first launched in 2016. We began from the Ghaziabad district, where we used to conduct on ground trainings. These trainings used to be 4 days long, where we used to go to the teachers and provide them knowledge and sensitize them about inclusive education and the different disabilities, and how to conduct screening with students. When we first used to organize these workshops, teachers used to come up to us and tell us that they're not aware of any such students in their classroom who's facing such difficulties or has these concerns. However, after they were sensitized about inclusive education, after they were taught the entire screening process, it is the same 20,000 plus teachers who came back to us and gave us more than 18,000 probable cases of neurodevelopmental disorders. Once our team of psychologists and other professionals conducted psychometric assessments of these students, they also identified more than 6,500 cases of neurodevelopmental disorder. So, as you can see, once these teachers were provided the appropriate knowledge about inclusive education and how to identify the students, they were able to identify students within their own classroom and eventually help them. When Project Inclusion first began, from 2016 to 2020, we had our presence in 14 states and union territories. You can see the name of these states on your screen right now, right from Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Bihar, Chandigarh, Chhattisgarh, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, Jharkhand, Pondicherry, Punjab, Sikkim, Tamil Nadu, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh, and Uttarakhand. We used to conduct trainings in all these states. You can also see the number of teachers oriented, the students screened by the teachers, and the psychometric assessments that we had conducted. However, when we were conducting these trainings, we noticed that there was one point in which we were falling short, which was we could not reach a huge amount of teachers. When we gave a pre-assessment to teachers, which is a pre-assessment about the different disabilities that exist, not even 1% of teachers could score more than 50% on that pre-assessment, which is when we realized that there is a need for us to create a medium where we can very easily reach all the teachers from all over our country. And with the onset of COVID 19, which was in 2020, March 2020, we decided to take this project on a digital medium, which is when we launched our app called Project Inclusion. Project Inclusion, the app, proved to be very cost effective because our entire course and screening process is free of cost. The teachers don't have to pay anything and they can avail all this knowledge through that. And also, the teachers can access the entire course and conduct the screening at their own time. We do realize that teachers have a very busy schedule. Hence, keeping that in mind, when you give this entire medium to the teachers in the form of an app, they can access it at any time and at their own convenience. So now when I talk about project inclusion, it is largely divided into three phases. Phase one is the one that we're going to be discussing more in detail about today, is the sensitization and training of teachers. Phase two is screening and counseling. Screening is divided into three parts. First is screening one, wherein the teacher, with the help of our screening, will be able to identify the particular domain in which her student is facing difficulties. Then comes the profiler form. The profiler form highlights the unique talents or the strengths of the students. Now, when that is highlighted, it also helps us help you and the students in a better way. And then is the advanced screening. The advanced screening helps identify the particular or the specific concerns that the student is facing from the domain, which then takes us to our phase three, which is intervention, implementation of intervention, and develop support structure. So now the particular or the specific concerns that the teacher, with the help of the screening, has identified in our second phase, they would be tackled in the intervention, wherein the teacher would be provided with strategies and support on how to help the child in a better way. So now, when I talk about our first phase, which was sensitization of the teachers, wherein we have our entire course, the course is titled Learning Difficulties, Understanding and Management Level 1. This course consists of 17 modules, and in every module, there are about 4 videos in every module. I would be showing you a sample of our video ahead in the presentation. The course content includes topics like inclusive education, education policies on children with NDD, specific learning disability, autism spectrum disorder, etc. These modules are based on audiovisual content and they are multilingual. We wanted to ensure that language is not a barrier in learning, which is why our course right now is offered in 6 languages, which is English, Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, Tamil, and Bengali, and we're working on bringing it forward in other languages as well. Each module has embedded assessments, and once the teacher completes those assessments, they can move ahead in the course. And the course also ends with a course assessment. And on the completion of that, the teachers also are given certificates. Now, we do recognize that you teachers are putting in your valuable time and also your effort for your children so that they are able to excel and do better, which is why we wanted to find a way that you all are acknowledged for the same. So, on the completion of every module, if the teacher achieves a score of 60% or more, she's given a module completion certificate, which is what is presented on your screen right now. If the teacher when the teacher completes the course, at the end of the course, when they take a final assessment, they're also given a certificate for the same, which is the course completion certificate. And for all the teachers who put in all the hard work and are able to achieve 75% and more, they're also given a certificate of excellence. So in this manner, we wanted to ensure that all you teachers are acknowledged and rewarded in some way or the other for all the hard work that you all are putting in for your students. And you can avail this certificate on completion of the course from the app itself. You can download it very easily. Now, once you all complete this course, it's not like the connection that we have formed comes to an end. It's not like you would be left to your own and would have to deal with all the difficulties that the child is facing in the classroom. We're there with you throughout the entire process. Online doubt clearing sessions are scheduled twice a week for 1 hour each. In these sessions, our team of psychologists, special educators, even an IT team joins, and any issues or concern that you all are having about the app, any issues that you're having with the students in the classroom can be discussed, and both of you can discuss a way forward. So in this manner, we're always connected with you whenever you have any doubt or query. Now, I want to very proudly present to you that so far we have oriented more than 3 lakh teachers. More than 95,000 of you teachers have registered on our app, and more than 21,000 of you have completed this course. So as you can see, so many of the teachers like you are finding this course helpful. They're finding that it is able to bring about a change in their classroom. They find it an effective tool for them to help their students in a better manner. And hence they're downloading it as well. Now, I do realize that a lot of us like reading. We like reading in our free time. We like reading on our way to work, which is why we've made sure to include reading material in every chapter of our module. A sample of the same is on your screen right now. This is the first chapter of the first module titled Inclusive Education. Reading material like this is present in all of our chapters. So after the video, you can access this as well for better learning. It's all explained in easy language, so it's easy to register. Now, shortly, I would be showing you the video that we were discussing about before. And once you all have viewed the video, we will connect ahead.
Dyslexia, understanding the disorder A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. You must be wondering, why are we revisiting learning alphabets at this stage? For you, these are simple alphabets. Within these 26 letters, you may be able to identify the vowels and consonants. Now, what if we say that this isn't the case with everyone? Meet Zoya. She's 6 years old, and this is how the letters appear to her. All that she sees is some dancing and floating shapes. Zoya has a hard time connecting letters to the sounds they make and then blending those sounds into words. Since she cannot pronounce the words or recognize their sounds, she cannot understand the meanings. So, what's the case with Zoya? Zoya has a disorder called dyslexia. Dyslexia is a language-based learning disability. Students diagnosed with this condition face challenges in interpreting and processing language. The disorder affects an individual's ability to read, spell, write, and speak. While these students have a normal vision and are just as smart as their peers, they struggle with their academics, thus requiring the teacher to adapt to an individual's way of learning. In this series of videos, we will learn about some teaching strategies for students with dyslexia. Before we start with the sessions, it is important for us to know that a supportive teaching environment plays a vital role in making the classroom dyslexia friendly. A teacher's understanding of specific difficulties and how they may affect the student's classroom performance is a blueprint for the teacher to plan and proceed with the lectures. From the next session onwards, we will begin to learn the strategies that can be implemented to teach the students having this disorder. Stay tuned.
Yes, teachers, like you saw, we have short animated videos like this present in every course of our every chapter of our entire course. They're very easy to understand. They're very interactive in a way that it's easy for you to register them. And because they're short, you can watch them at any time of your convenience. So this is something that we've put in a lot of effort so that it's more creative and it's more interesting for learning. Uh, yes. So now teachers, as you can see, there is a barcode on your screen right now. I would request you all, if possible, to please scan this barcode. Once you scan it, you would be easily able to download our app, which is Project Inclusion. If you're not able to scan it right now, you can also take a screenshot of the same and scan it later. We would also be sharing the Google Play Store link in our chat box. Once you click on it, you would be easily able to download the app from the Google Play Store as well. So I request you to please download it from the Google Play Store or either scan it right now and download it as well. It's very easy to download and very easy to operate as well. Yes. Now, I would like to show you all a short presentation or a short video of how to operate the app once it is downloaded. So once you download the app, the screen of the language would be presented to you. You would have to select whether you're a teacher or a special educator. After that, you would have to enter your mobile number. Once you enter that, you would have to create a password so that your profile can be created. On creation of the password, the profile is created in this manner, on which you can enter first your first name, then you enter your last name or your surname, then you enter your date of birth in this manner, after which you have to enter in your gender. Once that is done, you enter your email ID, details about your school URI code, your state, your district, the block in which the school is in. And once all of that is entered, you also enter the school name. Please make sure to enter all the information that has been asked for. In this manner, it would help us to create the profile efficiently. Once everything is entered, please make sure that you have filled everything correctly. And once everything is filled correctly, at the end, you will be asked to upload your profile image. So you can easily upload your profile image from the gallery as well. In this manner, you select the image and then the profile is created. Once the profile is created, you will see there's a screen like this which shows up. At the bottom, you have to click on courses. And once you click on my course, the course that we had just discussed and were talking about would be presented on your screen. And once you launch that course, all the and after the introduction, all the different 17 mod before you do that, there's also the pre-assessment that it's you're not being graded on this. There is no scorecard that is generated. This is just to check your basic understanding, your initial understanding before you start with the course. So in this manner, you have to answer all the questions that are given uh, in the pre-assessment. There are some 20 around questions, and you can see all the modules, 17 modules on your screen. Once you click on the module, it would show you the introduction, and then the videos and the reading material that we discussed before would be presented to you in this manner. So in this manner, it is an app which is very easy to operate and easy to understand, and all the information can be easily reached to you in the form of this app. So with this, we come to the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for being connected with us. Now, I would like to ask if anybody has any doubts or queries about the Project Inclusion app or about anything related to the app, you can please either raise your hand or put it in the chat box. Any doubts or queries about the app that you have, you can please put them in the chat box. Yes, sir. Any fees to be paid? No, this app is free of cost. All the entire coursework and the screening can be availed free of cost. There is no cost for the same.
Even the intervention, once we will be supporting, our team will be supporting the teachers to how they have to work with the child. The total program is completely free of cost. But definitely enrolling yourself into this program, you will definitely will be able to make a difference in child's life.
Yes, Susmita ma'am. The name of the app is Project Inclusion. You can, once you go to the Play Store, if you enter in Project Inclusion or you use the link which has been sent in the chat box before, you would be able to easily download the app.
Rajvi kindly mentioned that those who are using the iPhone and
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, we will be sharing a web link on the chat box right now. For those who are iOS users, they can access the app through the web link.
And they can use it on their laptop also.
Right.
Yeah. So definitely on global developmental delay, definitely we have covered that topic also. So once you will go through the course, you will see all those that material. And what is the scope of working with those children also? Any other question? Because these it's good to ask. And
Excuse me. Hello, madam.
Hanji sir.
Whether this pressure us to one app is there, is it related to this?
So, sir, Prashast app is launched by government NCRT, and Prashast app is basically helping teachers to identify the domain only, ki which domain is affected. So, as we are saying that in this app, we have three level of screening where we are not only identifying the domain affected, we are having more deeper information about the child, so that we are able to make an intervention plan for a child and support the teacher. So teachers who have been using Prashast app, if you feel any child which is coming under cognitive and academic difficulty and behavior difficulty, they can put register those children on this app also, because once the child will be on our app, then we will be able to support the teacher in the classroom. So Prashast app is only identifying at a domain level.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Yes, teachers, any other questions?
And I want to add one more thing, that if we have our special educators, if they have joined here in the program, so this course is very good. We have different users in the app, and there is a one user is a special educator, because this is going to upgrade their knowledge, and this course is good for the cross disability training also. If somebody wants to learn a different skill of special education, they can definitely do this course. This course is going to help. And in this course we have added many other point, how as a teacher you can support the child in getting lot of benefits in the into the education system, which will actually, these are, there are certain barriers in the education. If we as an educator, we understand that these things are available, then a lot of hassles are reduced in the learning of a child, and child can easily complete their education journey. And there's a and I'm still, I really want to press on this thing, that these children also have the equivalent level of that growth. If they, the only thing is that we have to identify them very well in time, and we have to give them the right intervention, so they can very well do complete their education journey. Yes, I think PM Shri KV Chambra, somebody has raised the hand. So you want to ask something, sir? So, so somebody has written that, are we taking care of speech and language difficulty? Definitely.
Yes,
Within the module, we are taking care of that thing.
it's
So
present in the
basic,
third module,
yeah.
in the fourth chapter as well. You can access the
So
information
our
from there.
our focus is all those children who are present in the classroom with the diverse learning needs. We have taken everybody. It is not only we are stressing upon the disability, we are stressing upon all the learning difficulties in the classroom. We have taken care of slow learners, underachievers, as well as gifted children also. So once you will start the course, you go through the modules, you can do that. So, and there is a choice, that we have given the choice of video watching. Somebody did, if you want to understand, you understand better by watching the video, you can go through that. Otherwise you can go through the printed material also, you can read and you can complete your course. We have seen that there are certain teachers, like in Ahmedabad, Kendra Vidyalaya, there are certain teachers, they completed their course in 1 or 2 days only. So they found it so interesting and many useful. So it's all depends upon you. As early as you enroll yourself into the course, you can start doing it. And many teachers of KVs have they started submitting their case studies also, so that we can support them. So the same we expect from the Bangalore region also, that we see the great participation here.
Yes, also the barcode to download the app is currently being presented. Everybody from the YouTube live session also would be able to scan this barcode, and all the teachers in the current session also. So, yes, if any other or more doubts that any other teacher has, kindly please put it in the chat box or raise your hand. Yes, we also have our WhatsApp support number wherein we're available all the time, 24/7. You can any doubts or concerns that you have, you can put them across, which has been shared in the chat box currently.
So I'll just correct that the WhatsApp number is available during the working hours and working days. So you can message us, but we can reach to you between 9 to 6. Yes, so we are developing the module. So when in the domain, definitely we are taking care of the mathematical skills, phonics, how the language development is there in the child. We are covering all those modules in the intervention phase, in the third phase, definitely. So it's good that I could see that our teachers and are aware of that. What do they want in terms of diverse learning needs. And we have, and it will, and this is an evolving program. And if something is not developed, if we see the demand that people want that, we will be able to generate that also. But definitely these are the basic course modules and which is required, we have there in the program. And we will be having, we conduct very regularly workshops and webinars also beside the program, so that you can join and you can come on that and you can update yourself. So kindly, if you are handling any social media handle like Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, so kindly join us over there also, because we have a lot of awareness campaigns we run through our social media handle also. So we'll be very happy if you can join us. And we have created the parent community also. So with you teachers, we would like to address the parents also, so that together we can definitely work with the child. Any other concern? So I hope, Rajvi,
हेलो
we are
मैम।
through with the session. Yeah. Yeah.
मैम मैं अभी केवी में नई ज्वाइनिंग हुई मैं। अभी इधर
हाँ, हाँ।
स्लो लर्नर्स बच्चों का क्या-क्या रिकॉर्ड्स रखना पड़ता है मैम?
तो अगर हमें पहले तो ये वो डायग्नोज कैसे हैं कि वो स्लो लर्नर हैं, गीता?
वो हम बेसिक में उसको ये करते हैं मैम। उसका बेसिक हम पहले पहचानते हैं, असेस करते हैं उसको रीडिंग में, राइटिंग में क्या प्रॉब्लम है। उसके
हुँ,
हिसाब
हुँ।
से हमको पता चलता है कि उसको प्रॉब्लम क्या है, रीडिंग में प्रॉब्लम है या राइटिंग में।
हुँ, हुँ।
उसके हिसाब से हमको उसको क्या ट्रेनिंग देना पड़ता है, वो हम स्टार्ट कर देते हैं।
हुँ, हुँ।
अ
सो आपको
उस
बेसिकली हाँ जी, हाँ, प्लीज़, प्लीज़ कंप्लीट योरसेल्फ। या।
हाँ मैम, मुझे यही एक प्रॉब्लम है मैम। उस बच्चे का क्या-क्या डॉक्यूमेंट्स हम अपने पास ये करके कलेक्ट करके रख सकते हैं। और
सो सबसे
स्लो
पहले
लर्नर हाँ
हुँ,
मैम,
हुँ।
अभी ये स्लो लर्नर बच्चे हैं, पहले तो मैं
हुँ, हुँ।
अबनॉर्मल स्कूल फुल डिफरेंट एबल्ड चिल्ड्रंस स्कूल में पढ़ाती थी, तो अभी नई हूँ इधर, तो
हुँ,
मुझे
हुँ।
थोड़ा ये हो रहा है, क्योंकि घबराहट हो रहा है कि द स्लो लर्नर बच्चों को किस तरीके से हैंडल किया जाता है।
तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं गीता, तो आप स्पेशल एजुकेटर हैं। सबसे पहले मैं
हाँ मैम।
आपको ये
हाँ,
इनवाइट करूँगी कि आप जल्दी से हमारे प्रोग्राम में अपने आप को एनरोल करें। और तो
ओके मैम।
आपको उसके में सारी चीजें मिलेंगी कि हमें जो अगर बच्चा डायग्नोज होता है या जहाँ पे बच्चे में आपको कुछ ऐसा नजर आता है, तो एज एन एजुकेटर आपको क्या क्या चीजें देखनी है, क्या सपोर्ट
हाँ,
करना है, क्या क्या स्टेप्स हैं, वो सब दिया
ओके।
हुआ है। और उसके अंदर एक
हाँ,
स्क्रीनिंग टूल भी है, जिससे क्या होगा कि जब आप उसको टेक्निकल टूल को यूज करेंगे, तो आपके पास एग्जैक्ट आ जाएगा कि बच्चे में एग्जैक्टली क्या प्रॉब्लम है। और वो एक
हाँ,
डॉक्यूमेंट भी है उससे,
हाँ,
जो हम बता रहे हैं कि जो हमारा स्क्रीनिंग टूल है, तो आपके पास रिपोर्ट उस बच्चे की ऑटोमेटिकली बन जाएगी। जो रिकॉर्ड
हुँ,
आपको चाहिए वो ऑटोमेटिकली थ्रू द टूल बन जाएगा, कि बच्चे का
हाँ,
ये स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेस है, उसका प्रोफाइलर रेडी हो जाएगा। जो कि
ओके।
एज ए स्पेशल एजुकेटर आपको बहुत हेल्प करेगा, क्योंकि वो डॉक्यूमेंटेड रिकॉर्ड है। और उसके
हाँ,
अंदर हमने बहुत सारे मॉड्यूल्स ये दिए हुए हैं कि अगर आप ये देख रहे हैं, तो इस तरीके के इंटरवेंशन आपको क्या करनी है, और
हुँ,
आपको पर्टिकुलर टीचर्स के साथ क्या कराना है। बिकॉज पूरा
ओके।
प्रोग्राम ये है कि स्पेशल एजुकेटर्स का काम है बच्चे को लर्निंग के लिए ओपन करना। लेकिन
हुँ,
टीचिंग, बिकॉज इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन है, बच्चा जनरल क्लास मेन स्ट्रीम में बैठा हुआ है, तो एज अ टीचर को भी बहुत ही अलाइंड होना चाहिए कि क्या चीजें करानी है और क्या चीजें नहीं करानी है उस बच्चे को। तो
ओके।
आपका सबसे पहला काम रहेगा स्कूल में कि जो बच्चे आपके पास हैं उनको इस ऐप के थ्रू बिल्कुल एग्जैक्टली बताइएगा कि वो क्या है, वो सिर्फ स्लो लर्नर है या एसएलडी स्पेसिफिक लर्निंग डिसेबिलिटी का बच्चा है, या
हाँ,
कहाँ पे, पहले वो एग्जैक्टली वो फाइंड आउट करें। और उसके
ओके,
बाद पूरे प्रोग्राम के अंदर टीचर्स के साथ एक मीटिंग करें, जिसमें हम भी आपको सपोर्ट करेंगे। आप
ओके,
हमारी टीम के साथ व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप के साथ पूरी तरह से कनेक्टेड रह सकते हैं, तो हमको
ओके।
पूरा प्रोग्राम में थ्रू आउट गाइड करेंगे। इट्स गुड आपने शेयर किया, और हम आपको, आई एश्योर यू दैट विल गिव यू द फुल सपोर्ट।
यस, थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, ma'am. If any other teachers have any doubts or queries, kindly let us know or put them in the chat box. Yes, like so, as I can see, no other teacher has any doubts or queries. If going ahead while using the app also you have any doubts or queries, you can always reach out to us using our support WhatsApp support number that has been mentioned in the chat box. Now at the end, I would request Hema ma'am, if you can hear me, kindly say a few words to conclude the session.
I think Rajvi madam was busy at that time. She shared that she
Yes,
was busy.
yes.
So on the behalf of Sri Aurobindo Society, so let us conclude that we really want to thank you everyone and for giving your valuable time. And so we want to again express our gratitude towards KVS and especially Hima madam for arranging this session for the Bangalore region. And thank you all the teachers, principals, and educators, special educators who are connected with us through this session. And we are very hopeful that that all of you will be enrolling yourself into the program, and you will be completing all the three phases of project inclusion. And together we will all make the difference of children with learning difficulties. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Madam, on behalf of KVS Bengaluru region and Hema Madam, I would like to thank the Aurobindo Mission team for this initiative that you are taking for the cause of children who are differently able, whom we call the Divyang Bache.
Yes.
And I'm sure these children who are very special in every school will get help from all of us. And as a team, we will work together and be champions for these kids.
Thank you
I
so much.
personally, I'm from KVCRPF. I'm very happy about this initiative that you have taken. We have around 10 such students, 5 in the primary and 5 in the secondary. And with the help that you would extend, I'm sure the parents of these kids also will feel elated and happy. And these children will do well in life later on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, thank you all respected teachers. Thank you very much for joining us today. We will now end our presentation and orientation over here. You may all leave the meet and go back to your daily schedules. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.